Do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions? Like your body is on autopilot and your mind is a million miles away? We've all been there. We live in a world of constant motion, of to-do lists and deadlines, and it's easy to lose the connection between our physical self and our inner world. We push, we strain, we power through. But what if there was a different way? What if the path to strength, flexibility, and peace wasn't about pushing harder, but about understanding the very foundation of movement itself? Today, we're diving deep into the core of yoga practice. Beyond the beautiful poses you see on Instagram, beyond the challenging flows, lies a fundamental understanding of what an asana truly is. And it's not just a single thing. It's a rich, multifaceted practice with a purpose for every part of your being. So, what are the 3 types of asana? Let's break down the 3 foundational categories that shape the entire world of yoga. The first type is all about setting the stage for a deeper journey. We're talking about meditative asanas. The word asana itself, in its original Sanskrit, means seat, and these poses are the direct descendants of that ancient definition. They are designed to create a stable, comfortable, and unwavering foundation for you to sit in for extended periods. Think about it. How can you quiet your mind and connect with your breath if you're constantly fidgeting, adjusting, or feeling discomfort? You can't. Meditative asanas are the key to that stillness. The goal here isn't to look impressive or to perform a complicated shape with your body. The goal is to be so steady, so comfortable, that your physical body completely disappears from your awareness. This frees your mind to focus on a single point, whether it's your breath, a mantra, or a deep state of concentration. Poses like Padmasana or Lotus Pose are the classic example. The way your hips open and your spine naturally lengthens in this posture is no accident. It's a design for quiet introspection. But you don't need to be a pretzel to get there. Simple cross-legged positions like Sukhasana, or Easy Pose, or even sitting on a chair with a straight spine, are also powerful meditative asanas. They teach you the art of being present, of finding comfort in stillness, and of preparing your mind for the profound work of meditation. Next up, we have the most dynamic and varied category, the one that probably comes to mind when you hear the word yoga. These are the cultural asanas. This group is where you find the incredible variety of poses that strengthen, stretch, and purify the body. They are the engine of a physical yoga practice. The name cultural comes from the idea that these poses cultivate strength, health, and a more harmonious body. They're designed to systematically work every part of you, from your toes to the crown of your head. Cultural asanas can be further broken down into subcategories, which you're likely familiar with from a typical yoga class. You have standing poses like Warrior Two and Triangle Pose, which build grounded strength. You have forward bends like Paschimottanasana, or seated forward bend, which calm the nervous system and stretch the back of the body. There are back bends like Cobra Pose and Bow Pose, which open the chest and energize the spine. Inversions like headstand and shoulder stand turn your world upside down, boosting circulation and building incredible core strength. And let's not forget twists, which are fantastic for detoxifying the body and improving spinal mobility. The purpose of each of these poses isn't just about the physical benefit. It's about creating a strong, flexible, and healthy vessel that is capable of supporting the deeper work of meditation and spiritual practice. They are the tools you use to build a foundation of physical wellness, so that your journey inward is not hindered by a body that's weak, stiff, or in pain. Finally, we arrive at a type of asana that is perhaps the most important and often the most overlooked: relaxation asanas. After all that hard work, all that strengthening and stretching, what do? You rest. And true rest isn't just plopping down on your mat. Relaxation asanas are specific, intentional postures designed to bring the body and mind into a state of profound calm and restoration. They allow the benefits of the previous 2 types of asanas to integrate fully. Without this final piece, your practice is incomplete. The ultimate relaxation asana is Savasana, or corpse pose. You lie on your back, completely still, allowing gravity to take over. This isn't just a nap. It's a conscious practice of releasing every ounce of muscular tension, of letting go of every thought, and of allowing your nervous system to reset. Other relaxation asanas include gentle poses like Balasana, or child's pose, and Makrasana, or crocodile pose, where you simply surrender to the support of the earth. These poses teach us to receive, to be at ease, and to understand that rest is not a reward for hard work. It is an essential part of the work itself. They are the bridge between the effort you put in and the peace you cultivate, a reminder that the ultimate goal of yoga is not a perfect pose, but a perfect state of being. So, when you step onto your mat, remember that you're not just moving through a sequence of stretches. You're engaging in a practice that has 3 distinct and essential parts. You're cultivating stillness with meditative asanas, building a healthy vessel with cultural asanas, and allowing it all to integrate with the profound rest of relaxation asanas. This holistic approach is the true power of yoga, a journey that starts with the body and ends with the quiet, peaceful depths of your own consciousness. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.